You cue it.
In high school we had wrenches in our hands. Our cars needed paint.
Welcome to Heartland Hotrods in our very first episode of the 2026 year. And we've got Greg and Curtis here. I'm Kevin. Guys, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Got a lot of things to talk about tonight.
We do. We're gonna start off, since this is our very first show, explaining how we got here. A year ago, it's been a year ago around January, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I had 15 years of build on my 68 Firebird. And he wanted to, he's got a YouTube channel, and he said, man, Kurt, you need to start putting that all together and make it about a 6-part series. And all I had to do was tell Greg that I was interested in making a YouTube video. And
Next thing you know,
here we are.
we've got a Heartland Hotrods.
We do. We had it. So we decided that, we could get out and film other people's cars and trucks classics.
Because every car has a story.
They do. Mine had a story, and everybody that we knew that had old classic cars and trucks had a story involved in theirs.
They
So
did.
we thought it'd be cool to get out and start filming them. So that's what we did, and in doing so, we've yet to film my Firebird.
That's right. It's special. We're going to say that.
Yeah.
We said we'd get it this winter, but you realize it's January?
Well, the weather hasn't pretended like it was January.
No, it
We've had some great weather, and we've been able to film a little bit here in January.
We have.
We
We
wasn't
got some good
expecting
shows.
that.
No, I had a great time on those films too. In the
Oh,
middle of
no.
January. Heck yeah.
Yeah, it was great. So we've got this Heartland Hot Rods live show and series that we're going to be doing this year, and I'm looking forward to it because we can talk about cars all day long. We maybe don't know what the hell we're talking about, but we can talk about it.
That's right. I can't hardly turn a wrench, but I can sure watch you turn a wrench.
You can handle it too. We can't.
I can watch Curtis here turn a wrench.
And that's where you guys can help out as well.
Yeah.
After this, hey, let us know. Let us know what you
Well, really, we're just wanting to sit here and shoot the bull about cars and trucks and involve our audience. We want them interacting with us. Tell us what they've got, what they want, what they're looking for. Swap ideas.
Who knows? We might even be able to record yours
That's right.
as
We're
well.
always looking.
Always looking.
For a nice car and a real cool story to go along with it.
So our history isn't very long. So
No.
we've been at it. Well, we're old guys. I guess our history is, but
It is.
our channel history is not very much. So we started new last March. We decided that we're going to be a YouTube channel. We're going to get out here and film all these cars.
And what an experience it's been.
We've met some wild, crazy people, haven't we?
We have. It was a little bit easier a little harder, let me put it that way, than just taking our cameras with us and doing some filming. It's got work to it.
Yeah.
That part of it I don't like to worry.
Kevin said all you got to do is just walk up there and point your camera
That's
at the
it.
car, and it's done. But it doesn't quite work that way. I'm not sure people realize what's involved in just making a simple little video and getting it over to YouTube. It sounds easy in itself.
Well, we're going to put up our, just trying to make the commercial. Took about 35 takes to make a 1-minute commercial.
And 2 or 3 shots of whiskey.
Yeah, that's that's a blooper segment.
Yeah, to take the edge off a little bit. But here we are. Greg said, well, Brother Kev, he's real techie, and we all love old cars.
Yeah.
Right.
So we called you up and you go, yeah, I'm all in, because us three have been sporting around several ideas
We have.
for a few years.
Well, it's ever changing. Things keep coming up,
It does.
different ideas.
Yeah, they
I mean,
do.
it started out with recording individual cars, and then it went to attending a cruise, and then it went to
Swaps.
it
We were-
continues to go on.
Yeah, we were doing walk-arounds
Yes.
at the car shows and
Yeah.
showing everybody what was there. And, then we hosted a couple cruises this year, this
Right.
past year, 2025. We wasn't expecting that when we started, but
Not at all.
people tend to think we're a car club. And we're,
And yes,
I get, we're not, but we'll
Well,
do
we kind
car.
of are.
we have no membership. Let's put it that way.
That's right.
Yeah, it's too
It's all part
expensive.
of
No, it's an elite club, boys. It's an elite club. No, I'm kidding. anybody that knows Greg and Kevin and myself for that.
No, if there's anything but a lead here.
Yeah. If you don't believe that, you ought to see what's out here in front of us. So you know what I'm
That's
saying.
right.
But we got our buddy. I'll introduce him now. Jimmy
Yeah.
Gallagher's
Oh,
our.
Jimmy.
Absolutely.
He's our engineer producer. He's sitting behind the screen over there, and he's doing all this filming.
Yeah.
But you know, we want to be involved in a lot of things throughout 2026, and we're looking to grow our channel. And to grow your channel, that means you got to have subscribers and viewers.
Yes.
And that's where you people come in. We really need your help to keep this channel moving and going. If nobody's watching, it's kind of like you can only talk to yourself so long, and if you don't get an answer, well, if you do get an answer, maybe
Not a good thing either way.
you know. But we need the interaction. We'll put the content out there. We want you guys to enjoy what we're doing. If you got ideas of things that you think we should do, or if you got an old car, we want you to get a hold of us. If you know someone's got an old car, we'll go in an old barn and sweep off dust to look at something. We don't care. It doesn't have to be a pretty shiny vehicle.
Not at all.
It could be different wheels you like. It could be any kind of recommendations, you know. What if you love the color, if it would look better in another color.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, really, we need our viewers to comment and let us know what you like. That's what we really
The
need.
show's as much for people watching it as it is for us to do it, you know.
For sure.
We just like talking about cars and trucks, and this is a quick, easy way to get in touch with everybody rather than approach you individually. We can all have a community conversation here on the Heartland Hot Rods, and that's what we're hoping to do.
Right. Well, we've been doing the walk rounds, as you said, and we're like, you know, we got to get Brother Kevin's face in on this. He's been sitting out way too often.
Got a face for the radio, is what he
That's
said.
exactly what I mean.
But we're also going to show you on some upcoming video here on our website that Kevin's developed for us. And we're going to show you how to work it. We're going to pull it up, not this moment, but we will get around to it. And we're going to have, Kevin's got some special stuff that he's teched up.
Well, that's another thing too. We did develop a website. Thank you, Kevin, by the way, and www.heartlandhotrods.com. Sometimes I get to saying that too fast, and I say some
easy
words
to do.
that maybe should PG's words almost.
Yeah.
I don't know, at least PG words.
Yeah,
But
PG.
heartlandhotrods.com. We'll do our best to keep that website up and current for you. All the latest things that we've got going on out there. And speaking of things going on, we've got some things in the works. Now, like I said, we didn't start out to be a car club and put together shows and cruises and things like that. But we did come up with a couple ideas last year.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
So a friend of ours started off asking if we'd do a car cruise on his property. And there were some things came up that didn't allow that to happen, but it didn't happen till about a week before we were ready to have this car cruise. So we had to act
Couple
fast,
days.
and so we wound up going from that private location to
Culver's.
Culver's was gracious enough. The Robinsons
were.
over there in Festus let us bring our car cruise over there. We had about 100 cars show up.
Yeah, for it was really like a 1 or 2 day deal.
Kind of,
Notice.
kind of impromptu thing.
Yeah,
you know?
and we'd only put out like 2,000.
Flyers with the wrong location on it. So we had to really work around that. So
And we still had 100 cars show up.
we've had hurdles.
Yeah.
But the one that I'm most proud of is the one that us three got together and decided that we wanted to do something for the veterans and the War Memorial in Perryville. The Vietnam Wall is there, of course. So
For
tell
the
them about
folk-
that, Greg.
For the folks that are not from Missouri, this is a true exact replica of a wall in Washington, D.C., right here in Missouri, a hidden gem, Perryville, Missouri, to be exact. Kev, what?
Oh, it was a beautiful day too. We couldn't have, if we caught a break, that was definitely it. But we had a very successful day. Was able to raise over $2,000 for the wall.
In 3 hours.
Yeah, it's a private establishment. As far as it's not publicly funded, it's privately funded. So if you haven't seen it, it's outside of Perryville. It's absolutely a breathtaking experience to go through the mall, to meet the veterans that are there volunteering and working it. It's beautiful. The grounds are beautiful. They keep it expanding. It's an experience.
You know,
Something great
when we
to take
first
the
started
kids.
talking about doing the
Yeah.
thing at the wall, and we went and approached them and talked to them, but the first time I went there, they were closed. Now their hours are only 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So I went not knowing any name in particular that was on that wall.
Yeah.
And we all went down and had a visit,
Right.
you know, and I was so overcome with emotion that it really does something to you.
Yeah,
You
it
can't
does.
you can't imagine what those
You look at
men and women went through.
50.
Over 58,000, right?
names, and those names are human beings.
Each one represents
It's hard to take.
a U.S. citizen.
That's true.
They do, and
And their families have
And
lost
their families.
everything.
and they left quite a legacy there, you know. But 58,000 names doesn't sound like a lot, brother. That's a lot of death, and that's a lot of people that gave it all for
Yeah,
this
we
country.
for sure did not mean for this to turn into a advertisement for the wall, but I will tell you, if you come through Missouri, plan on going to Perryville and go to that Missouri
It's-
National Veterans Memorial.
Not far off of Interstate 55. You can get there in a pretty quick
A
jump.
couple miles is it,
Oh.
and it's amazing.
But we're going back
Yes.
this year. We haven't pinpointed.
We haven't told them yet, but
No, they
I think they would love to have us come back and do that again. We're looking at dates for that right now. If we don't do anything else as far as cruises and events this year in under our name, Heartland Hot Rods, that's one I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to do that one.
Yeah,
So we've got that in the works. We'd like to have one in our local area, you know, to pick up our local hot rodders, classic car truck guys, and you know we have them show up. That's not classics in our terminology. We'll have new Corvettes show up, new Camaros,
We do.
Mustangs, things like that. Your hot rod is your hot rod.
It is.
doesn't really have a. We're a classic. We're into the classic years of those things, but the younger people are
Yes.
keeping this alive.
and I tell you what, a lot of older folks do on the new vets and everything, and
The Dodges, and
Right.
there's some hot rods out there.
there are, and everybody's classic is their classic.
Yeah, it's what you know. Sometimes we've only got ourselves to
Yeah.
call a classic. But
Yeah, you know, I'm thinking all these 60 models, some 70s, some 50s, and
Yeah.
I've learned a lot since we started this channel.
Well, you know, we're here in the middle of the winter, guys,
Yes.
and we've been fared some great weather for the
We
time
have.
of year it is because I mean it's
Yeah,
thank you Lord. I mean my gosh, it's been great. T-shirt weather a lot of days.
it has been.
But wintertime is usually when guys are trying to build something new for the spring or trying to wrap up that project for the spring. Every year you say, I'm going to get it done this year. Well, you know, you got to have parts.
You do.
New parts are plenty and readily available if that's what you want. But the swap meets are coming around. So we're almost to that swap meet
And
season.
that's going to be something new.
It is. We're gonna go to a couple of these swap meets.
We're going a couple, we're going to film them. We're going to show you, if you've not been to a swap meet,
Kind of show them what it's about.
yeah, what it's all about, and you may see some parts in there.
You know, so I think the first one coming up, and there's actually two coming up, and they're both on the same day, February
That's the way it works.
February 15th. But depending on where you live and where you're watching from, Cape Girardeau at Capitol Hall Park, February 15th. And how I remember this date every year is it's the same Sunday as the Daytona 500, and it's been that way forever. So it's that third Sunday of February.
It's easy for me to say, successful.
Yeah, would you say it one more time? Yeah,
Successful.
successful. But it's a great swap meet. You'll find all kinds of vendors, all kinds of parts, you name it. Whether it's sheet metal, engine parts. There's a little bit of everything there, new and
So
old.
we'll be there.
So we're going to that one the same day. They're having a automotive swap meet in Belleville, Illinois, at the Belclair Speedway. So if you're in that area, make sure you go over and check that one out. And what we may do is Cape Girardeau this year. We may do Belleville next year because they typically fall on the same time. And then further into the spring, we have an April one, I believe. It used to be at Riverport, and I think it's moved over across the river, just in Illinois somewhere. What are you watching, TV back here, Brent?
I am watching TV. We got the C10 truck nerd, Chad, here.
C10 truck nerd.
And he is very close and personal to me right now.
Oh, you guys been chatting a little bit?
A little bit, but I mean, look at.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I got right now.
I thought you meant the nerdy part.
No, Chad, we're gonna feature him too. He has agreed to come on the show.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber like
Yeah.
us, and
Check him out, man. He's got a lot of good information.
yeah, he's all about those C10s and
Yeah.
stuff. So, remember,
We're in the club.
Yeah,
so what they need to do on our channel, Kevin, is like and hit that like button when you're watching our videos. And if you haven't subscribed, please do that, because that's what drives our channel.
and let us know. I know if you're watching it on some device, but we have actually, a lot of our viewers are over 65 and they're not social media people.
Well,
That's just all
I
there
mean,
is to it.
yeah.
Well, we learn every day.
But we want that younger generation coming in and
Yeah,
one thing about being older
Yeah.
is we grew up in a great generation of cars
oh, we did it,
and trucks.
and music.
And when we come back, we're going to talk about those things. So y'all hang around. We're going to take a little quick intermission. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, we're back. We had to go to a little bathroom break, and Greg decided that he wanted to wear a ball cap.
Well, it's that darn comment section that Jim is over there taking care of. Somebody commented and said, man, I can't say anything for the glare coming from that guy's head.
Well,
So-
that reflection thing.
Yeah, so I changed it out. I put a cap on. Does that make you happy out there in TV land?
That was your wife, by the way.
It made her happy.
Oh, it
And
made her happy.
their number one job is to keep
Well, she's the reason I don't have that here.
us humble.
That's right. So, guys, why do we love old cars and trucks? I mean,
I think it's a time capsule, was one thing. I mean, it takes us back to a day that, just like a song does, whenever you're listening, and
Exactly like a song.
you're instantly, I mean, I don't care if you're 13, if you're 18, you know when that song came out.
You do.
I said
Puts you in a
before,
place.
that, we grew up in an era that was full of what is considered classic cars and trucks and hot rods today.
Right.
And I think part of it is we're trying to relive our youth a little bit through these cars, and I kind of like it.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm gonna tell you.
It's more about that than anything on prizes or.
Yeah, I
anything
mean,
like that.
I'm not a trophy hunter.
Yeah.
Some people hunt deer for the antlers, and it's all about that big prize. I don't care about that.
Me either.
It's just the idea of having a cool old car to cruise around in, and it may not be cool to everybody. I mean, everybody likes different things. If we all like the same thing, it'd be boring as hell.
It would be boring.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they don't happen, but most of the time it's not somebody that just does it as a solo event either.
Yeah.
It's a communicable. It's about camaraderie. It's about everything else. Whenever you
Oh
go
man, the
to these
cruise
friends.
atmosphere and the show atmosphere.
Oh, it's hard to beat. You meet a lot of cool people doing that sort of thing too. The wife and I will get my car out and we'll go for a ride when the day's pretty or whatever. But it's always fun to cruise with other people,
Yes.
or go to a car
It
cruise and check out what other people's
It
stuff.
is.
And what you can do from that is you can grab ideas for your own stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fun point of it.
Yeah.
As well as just meeting a lot of great people.
Mostly it's the camaraderie of all the other hot rodders
It
and
is.
classic car people.
If you don't know them before you get there, a lot of times you will meet quite a few characters.
And during the course of spring and summer, you'll run into them same people over and over again. And, we've all struck up friendships that way.
Oh, we sure have.
Just from
Some
last
dear
summer.
friends. Yeah.
So, cars does a lot of things. We're musicians, and we've met a lot of people over the years. Even Jim behind the camera over there, he's a musician.
He's a great
And
musician.
what happens is you meet so many people, and
Become a blur.
you may not always remember their name, but you'll remember that face.
Well, I don't always remember my name, so
But-
that's very difficult.
But the car thing's a little different.
It
You'll
is.
remember that particular person.
People try to forget my face, but it's
But
Here we go again, Kevin.
here we go again. So we've got some cool stuff coming up. As for our viewers, they've recently noticed I have a 68 Chevy C10.
I hadn't noticed.
You didn't notice that? But anyway, I'm going to be doing upgrades good as we go, and we want our viewers to help me out. I really do. I want to know what they like or what they'd like to see me do.
That doesn't mean you're going to do it, or
No.
you might do it.
Or I might do it.
Yeah, I mean-
one might, and you've got a build coming up
yes, you do.
Yeah,
on
another.
top of a current car.
So current cars. You brought up your truck, and I've
Yeah.
got one. Kevin's shopping still.
He's shopping.
He's
folks.
window
He's going to
shopping.
tell you
Well,
about this in a little
A
bit.
little more than window shopping. You're actively looking for a cool old hot
Yeah.
rod, and we'll talk about what that is here in a little bit. But Greg just mentioned he had the 68 C10 that he recently
Yeah.
purchased. I've got an old car I've had for 19, 20 years, and I'm just getting ready to start my 5th season of cruising in here in 2026. So I bought the old car in '07.
Yeah.
It's a 68 Pontiac Firebird. I got twin sons, and I told them, I said, you guys find you an old car, I'll buy your first one. Well, you don't tell a young kid that about ready to
No.
start driving and him not shop. Well, I'm going to make this as abbreviated as I can. I came home one day from work, and one of my sons was sitting at the computer. Dad, I found this cool car. Look at this. And it was a 68 Firebird, and it was in black primer. Couldn't tell much about it, but it had Keystone Classic wheels on it. And I'll be honest, in the pictures are deceiving.
Oh, absolutely.
They doctored up.
Thank
a
you,
little for me.
thank goodness, or we'd be
Oh, yeah.
sitting here. But would you bid on this for me? Well, I had 2 or 3 minutes left on the offer.
Dial up.
I'm on dial.
Pressure's on.
And I said, oh, man, we need to find something a little more done than that. We'll have to find a motor and all that jazz for this car. Oh, come on, Dad, please. Well, I'm trying to appease my kid, I thought, I'll bid on it. And I told him, so I'll bid on it, but we're not going to. Don't expect nothing.
Right. You didn't think it'd go through.
No.
Let's just hang it.
So he had me logged in and everything like you did on eBay. You
Yeah.
got to be logged in and ready to bid.
Yeah.
I placed my bid, and then the boy hit refresh. And about a minute and a half later, it come back around, refresh, again on dial up.
And it's ended.
And here's the words I saw: "You have won this item." Well, I had 2 problems.
Sometimes there's a sinking feeling.
Yeah, it always. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I had 2 problems with that. Number one, there's not enough car there for him to be driving in 4 or 5 months. He was
Right.
15 and a half, almost
Right.
16. And the other part was I didn't have the money to pay for it. And I didn't give a lot for it, but back in those days, when we
Yeah.
all went through the raising kids
You
thing,
were young,
there
you
was
needed the money.
there was no extra money,
Right.
So tried to get out of it. Long story short, I honored my bid. I went and picked it up, and I told my kid when we loaded it up over at Mount Vernon, Illinois, I said, you'll be 30 before you're driving this car. He's almost 16. And what I wound up doing is convincing him that we needed to buy him something that was road ready,
Right.
because he had earned it with his grades.
Yeah.
And I'll take the old car and I'll figure out what I'm going to do with it. Well, I'm stuck with it, so what are you going to do? So I decided, buy him a new vehicle. I'll build the 68 Firebird. Well, this is my 20th year of owning it, 19th year of owning it, and it took me parts of the last 14. It took me parts of 14 years to build the car, because I would work on it when I had the money, and sometimes if I had the money, I didn't have the motivation.
I'm gonna tell you what, Kurt, you're probably telling the story of about 80% of our viewers right now.
You're actively working full time,
Raising a family,
raising a family.
like using.
Since I I don't know how I got everything done I did when I was working, because I'm real busy in retirement. I don't know how I got all this done. But anyway, got the car done. The boy, he's almost 35 years old now. And I told him about 2 weeks before he turned 31, I said, I told you you'd be 30 before you drove this car. You better hurry up and
So we got to cruising around.
take it a spin before you turn 31. And I had just finished the car, so I wasn't.
Well, Dad, you ought to put his name on that time.
The hell with that. I said it in jest, but it actually became a reality. It was about a 15 year build. But I'm proud of the old car. I started with nothing. My boys helped me work on it, and it kind of give us something to do together.
Right.
And for a while anyway.
Yeah.
And it's a fun car.
You know what? There's a lot of, that's one of the things I really like about the car shows and cruising. You run across a lot of fathers and sons
Yeah, you do.
who are together. It bonds them even closer.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right, man. It's old cars will do a lot of things for you.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's that satisfaction of reliving your childhood or sharing it with a son
Oh,
or
absolutely.
even a daughter.
Yeah.
There's girls that are into these too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean having the old car was a lot of fun. You're 68. How you found it was kind of unique.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's what's really cool. I'm going to cruise it while I'm 68.
Whoa.
I haven't got it in a cruise yet, so it's a matching set.
No need to ask how old he is.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
He just told you.
They were
Yeah.
born the
Well,
same.
I'm afraid that if they've got eyes, they've pretty much figured this out.
They were.
You what, Kevin?
I said, you're 68, and that is it's a sweet ride.
It
It's
is.
it is really.
It is
honestly.
cool. And that's got another story. If you just tune into the last video we did on
Latest video tells a little story about how Greg
found it.
came to purchase it, but he's riding around in a 68 C10 pickup with a big block
Yeah.
and a Tremec 5-speed in it. It's really a cool truck to run and
I
drive.
love it.
My 68 Firebird's kind of a resto mod, but you'll see some videos
See,
of
I
it.
had
Kind of,
it.
You know what's funny? We're talking about the family, and I'm going to drop some names here because it's father and son.
Yeah.
But we filmed cars of both Jay and Ed Kitson. If you look those up there on our 66 Chevelle.
yeah,
And Ed's had a couple.
yeah. Tom and Luke Shirley,
Tom and Luke Shirley. There's two father and sons right there. They each have cool cars.
and they still interact with those cars.
Yes, they do.
So, and there's a lot of those. There's a lot of those father son,
There are.
husband wives.
Oh,
You know, they're actively participating
There
together.
are.
Some of them have their own separate vehicles. The wife might have one, and the husband might have one.
So Kevin, you gonna get Josh to get that
The
car he's got?
60, yes, Josh has a 67 Cougar that we actually drove to Colorado Springs to pick up. and
I
brought
got a
back.
Cougar
It was
myself. Well,
I'll tell you guys,
if she's watching, I love you, baby.
here you got to be really careful. Anytime that you got anything on a projection, anytime you got anything on a TV, anything like that, we took a break. I'm teaching a class. We take a break. I get to talking about classic cars with one of the guys in the classroom. I tell him about my son's car, and he's like, "Is that body style got this? Has it got that?" And I go, "Here, let me pull it up real quick." So I Googled 67 Cougar, and don't make that mistake.
Don't make that mistake.
Because you're gonna
Put you on some
you're gonna-
websites that are kind of questionable.
Needless to say, you gotta think.
Well, you know, and Kevin, you're not quite in the classic car game or back in it yet.
No.
But what are you looking for?
You're sniffing around that.
Of course, classic. Where a lot of folks my age would be looking for second gen Camaro, Firebird.
Those are so cool.
Those are cool.
Yeah,
They are very, very sought after.
Well, they're pretty damn desirable right now.
Yeah, they
Because,
are.
you know, every year they get a little older.
Yeah, they do.
You know, so just like we do.
Well, it's an age group thing too.
It
as well. I mean, like Kevin's. What are you? You're 7 years younger
Yeah,
than me.
yeah.
So you're looking at a second gen. Now, when you say second gen, and for most everybody knows, but I'm going to explain, on F-body cars, 67, 8, and 9 GM cars were Gen 1. 70 to 81 was Gen 2. So from that 70 to 81 body style you're looking for, whether it be a Firebird, Pontiac Trans Am, or a Camaro,
Yes.
what's your preference of you got 11 years span there? What would you rather have?
I've had a 74 Firebird, and that was that car was I actually bought it off of my sister,
Yeah.
and it was just a regular. Wasn't a Formula, it wasn't a Trans Am, but it was super clean. Had a 350.
Yeah.
And it was just a nice car all the way around.
And is that what you're looking? Is that what your
I
preference
would
is?
love
Is
to.
that what you're
If I
saying?
could, I mean, honestly, if I could find even, if I had to pinpoint it, a 74 would be awesome. I like the grills on them, the slats.
You know, there's not I can just tell you because since I've been dabbling in Pontiacs, 74 is one of the ones that is a little bit hard to find.
It is, yeah, definitely in my searches.
You know, that 77 to 81 is a big, widely popular one.
Oh yeah, they're almost unaffordable if
Yeah.
they're anything too.
Well, but there is a lot of them.
A bunch.
You know,
Yeah,
if you
you're
go
right.
if you go back to the Camaros, like with the old split bumper RS, SS, all those stuff,
Right.
70s, 72s, those are you can't hardly touch
You
them
can't.
price wise.
No.
73, you know, I think along about 74, they kind of put what we used to call the old truck bumper on the front, you know, the
They do.
grill
The
change.
big
And they had that big
plastic
chrome
rubber
bumper
thing,
up there.
yeah.
And that ran through to about 77, I think. Then you started getting the rubber covers on
Yeah,
the
you did.
bumpers.
Yeah.
You know, I liked them all.
Oh,
The
yeah.
body style didn't change much. Some of the trim design did.
That's
But
Right.
so if you had to pick one, you're after that
I'd love to
74.
get a 74 Formula or, well, Firebird or even Trans Am,
Yeah.
obviously. But
Cool, another Pontiac dude.
No, I know, you Pontiac boys.
I always was Pontiac.
Well, and Greg kind of got me the notion of building a C10 when he was looking. And the thing was, I had one.
Yeah.
I had my dad's old 72
Yeah.
Cheyenne pickup. And I told Greg, I said, well, when you get ready, I'll probably sell you that one. Well, then I get to wanting one, and I catch myself looking on Marketplace for a C10 because I'm going to need one when I sell him mine.
Right.
I know. And it took my wife to say, isn't it kind of silly that you want a C10 truck
And you're selling one?
and I'm selling one to buy it? We'd just be trading money.
Yeah, and
So-
it worked out well for me.
It worked out best for you
It did,
because,
because I'm a little bit handicapped when it comes to mechanic work.
well, you could
So
get,
you would have had to do the same work on yours you're doing on mine.
yeah,
You
well,
would be doing it on mine.
and you could get in your truck and just drive it away.
I can. I need
It's
it.
not quite there yet. Mine's been set several years.
Man, and we got some good video.
We do have.
You-
Well
yeah.
documented.
You guys call it good all you want. I'm the one that took the oil back.
Oh, you are. Yeah, we've got some footage coming up that
Yeah, we do.
you're gonna have to see, and we're gonna start releasing it in pieces. I don't think we're gonna do a full, like, build sheet video. We're gonna do,
No,
Sections of
it
it.
would be too much.
and then we'll do a final walk around next summer.
I do have a great truck to start with. It's got good bones. I bought a lot of parts already. One thing about it, when you get your wife's blessing to build something, buy up something because you have those parts, and now you say, well, I got to finish it. I got all these parts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're right.
So you're kind of indirectly setting her up to give you her blessing, so you can.
Mine got the
You're telling
idea.
all our secrets, Kurt.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Mine got the idea whenever there was big boxes dropped out in the front of my driveway, and I didn't even own a truck yet. She goes, what are these wheels going for?
He was buying the cart before the horse.
Oh, how they showed up. What do you mean? I'll start looking in it. Next thing, the tires.
Must be the neighbors.
You do what you have to sneak that stuff in there, but there's nothing like buying wheels and tires for a
then
vehicle you
Greg
haven't
said-
bought yet.
Honey, I've got these nice wheels and tires. I gotta get a truck to go on.
I know, just roll them right on top of
So
it.
that's how that happened. So we're looking for Kevin one. If any of you guys out there, and
Now, Kevin told us a tale the other night, and I'm going to say it's a tale because it's almost hard to believe. His wife's all about it.
She is.
oh God,
She's
bless
honestly
her.
looks harder than I do.
God bless you.
Yes, she does.
When you can get a woman that goes, you do whatever
She's-
makes you happy, baby. I love them too.
Hey, my phone will ding, and that'll be her sharing a marketplace post.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're-
Now, as far
Get her
as
into it.
now, don't
While
get me
she's
wrong.
still hot and heavy on it.
My wife loves
Let's
classic
close
cars.
the deal.
Yeah.
She's got a 70 Monte Carlo.
Oh man, we're gonna.
She loves the 68 Firebird. She likes the old pickup truck.
Yeah.
So she's all about the old cars. If we had it our way, we would drive them all the time.
Right.
But it's for the investment. It's hard to do that.
It is. Yeah. You have to be realistic about
Yeah.
it. I mean,
I say, what's crazy? I say for the investment, it's hard to do that because you might have 30, 40, 50,000 in a classic vehicle. But you can go up to the local Chevy dealer and spend 75 grand and park that sucker outside
every
all kinds
day,
of weather.
and then watch the price of it.
Fall as it
Plummet.
drives away from the dealership.
We call it plummeting. It's not even falling.
And who knows? Maybe they'll be a classic someday. I doubt it.
Right.
But that's
So let our viewers tell us, what do they consider a classic?
So-
comment when we come back.
I got a question for you boys.
Yeah.
What's your biggest regret of any classic car you ever had? I mean, what do you regret getting rid of the most?
Well, I'm not a Curtis Cook that has had 100 cars, but I will tell you, I've had a few.
Uh-huh.
First, which I regret even at this day, I had a 67 Chevy C10, beautiful truck at one point. But I had a 69 Roadrunner. It'd be the 69 Roadrunner or 68 Charger. One of the two that
So
I
Mopar.
can't. It was Mopar. I was a Mopar guy, except for my trucks.
Yeah.
And I love those C10s.
Yeah.
But I did. I had them at a 340 Duster.
So your biggest regrets selling off the old 69 Roadrunner?
Yeah, it really is. And I was looking at Maple Motors earlier, and I'm gonna have Jim pull that up at a later segment here.
Yeah.
And I swear it's my car with black stripes, that's the only
Oh.
difference. Except for they've redone the interior.
Yeah.
If it would be my car, mine had a typical black.
There were several Roadrunners made that probably.
But white with a black vinyl top, I haven't seen another one.
How long ago was it you had that car?
I got rid of it in 1976.
I'm just gonna throw odds out there. It's probably not your car.
I did.
And the reason why I say that is it's hard to relocate for
Oh,
one thing.
gosh.
It's just a fluke if you happen to run across an old car you had. You got to have the VIN numbers and all the
You
matches
do,
and stuff
I know
and all that
that.
stuff.
I know, I'm just saying.
But it does look like your old car, right?
It's outside identical except for two black stripes on the hood.
Yeah.
And
And hey, anything's possible, but you know it's got new paint
But
on
I'll
it.
put it
Somebody's
this-
chose those colors.
I'll put it this, it had less than 60,000 miles on it. Straight as an arrow, that thing looked sharp.
Don't cry, Greg.
I sold it for $500.
Now I see. Now cry. Go ahead. I
$500.
said don't cry over it, but maybe you ought to go ahead and cry. I've been there.
I wanted that 73 Duster.
Yeah.
And he actually sold it to one of my good friend's older brother.
Is that where the car went?
Yes,
The old Roadrunner
Is
did.
he still alive?
Uh,
I'm gonna start tracking that thing.
See, now you've got a line. Now you've got a lead. You can go follow that. And that's how
And
finding,
they didn't know that, obviously,
Right.
that it was.
folks. That's how you go about finding.
Monty's brother.
That's how you go about finding an old car that you once had that you follow the paper trail and you word of mouth.
You know?
What about you, Kevin? I know you love the Firebird you were talking
I
about.
did, and honestly, what happened was, it did because it was just stock Firebird, had the idiot lights, I didn't have gauges. I'm driving to work one day up northbound 55, and I get beside some concrete barriers, and I'm passing somebody, of course, I got the radio up loud, and I hear a horrible knocking in an engine. I look at the car next to me. I go, "That piece of shit's about to blow up." And then I didn't
Can
realize,
you point that out to him?
No, we don't need to blank it out.
I didn't realize that it was me bouncing off of that concrete median, and
And
my engine was gone. It was my water pump went out, and I could barely get it off, coast it off of 55, right?
You got her a little hot, didn't you?
I got it hot, and after that, I put in a 400 from a Trans Am that was in an accident, and I never could get that engine not to overheat. I did everything with the radiator. I did everything, with the thermostat, with the electric fan, with everything, and out of frustration, I sold it. And my wife still holds that against me,
So there's your biggest regret,
Yes.
selling that Firebird. But I'll tell you something about Pontiac.
especially in a moment of aggravation,
In the
because I gave it away.
what I can tell you about Pontiacs is most of them run hot. In particular, the 400s. They always had a heating issue. Now, you know what? 180 for a small block Chevy is a good temp. That same temp for a Pontiac's 210, 220.
Yeah, you're right, spot
And
on.
I don't know why, and it bugs me because I'm a gauge watcher when I'm driving my Firebird. My Firebird runs about 190 all the time. But if I get in traffic and I've got dual electric
Yeah,
fans,
get up to 210.
it'll cook up
What
there.
you're talking about, that is a Pontiac 350
Yeah,
in your,
350 Pontiac engine
That's
versus a 350 Chevy engine.
right.
They'll just run hotter. I think it's a flow thing.
Yeah.
Internally with the heads and the
So
block.
which one do you regret getting rid of, Kurt?
Oh, that's real easy. That's real easy.
Yeah.
And you said I've had well over 100 old cars in my life.
That's a crazy.
1970 Roadrunner.
Oh, they're my dream car.
Yeah.
I had a vitamin C orange, hugger orange, whatever you want to call it, with the black stripes. It was
Yeah.
a 383 car. Had a 440 in it when I had it,
Yeah.
and boy would it run. And I ran it
Oh, yeah.
and ran it and ran it. I rebuilt that engine. I didn't rebuild it. Back in those days, I couldn't afford a rebuild. It would spin the bearings out of the crank, and 2 or 3 of them, and I'd drop steering arm, pull the pan out under a shade tree, and roll in a set of bearings that were undersized, and
So you spun those out?
I'd go run it to death again. I think I did that 3 times before I finally gave up.
Got it.
My biggest problem with that car was when I traded around for it, it was basically a race car. But I had to drive it to and from work, on dates.
Yeah,
Anywhere I went,
Right.
I had all my eggs in one basket, is what I'm saying. But you'll do anything when you're, I come from a little town down southeast Missouri that was known for drag racing. That's what we did. There wasn't a lot of things to do, and it was all about who was the fastest,
well, yeah, for sure.
And
So you said though, didn't you tell me once you located that car?
I did find that car a few years ago. The girl that I traded with, I traded that Roadrunner blown up for a '69 Dodge Charger RT. Now that sounds like a good trade.
It does.
Give me the Roadrunner any day, and it was a good trade for what we did. But I've always regretted that Roadrunner getting away. And 45 years has passed, So I found a gal I traded with, friended her on Facebook, and I just asked her one night, whatever happened to the old Roadrunner? Oh, my brother bought it. I said, does he still have it? Oh, no, he doesn't have it. His neighbor has it. Well, where's your brother live? Paducah, Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah. I said, okay, I'm getting closer. Would he sell it? Oh, no, he won't sell it. My brother's tried to buy it back from him. So I regretted it. Her brother regrets it. Now the guy that's got it knows that he got.
Well,
He
he
knows
doesn't
what-
win it now.
He knows what he's got. Now I don't know what kind of condition it's in, but that's the only car was able to track down that I've owned in the past. Other than I had a '72 Formula Firebird that I wound up selling to a friend of mine in our little hometown down there, and he still has it.
Okay.
He still has it. So
So that's our story. Let us know your stories.
yeah, I mean, what cars have you had that you've regretted?
Regretted getting rid of more than any other.
Man, there's, and I should have a top 5 list.
You
Really.
should have.
Yeah,
Or
but-
top 20 list. Mine can be a top 3 list. That's really
Yeah, those guys used to sit around up there at the gas station when we'd gather on the weekend, and they'd wonder what old Kurt was going to pull in any given Friday, because I might trade twice in one week.
Oh, wow.
It was just all about. I got a rush out of trading vehicles and seeing what was better than what.
So anyway, our viewers out there, let us know what you regret getting rid of. Let us know your favorite.
We're not talking about marriages or
No,
anything. We're
no,
talking about an old
about
car, old truck.
And it don't even have to be. If you're watching this and you got rid of a 280Z Datsun,
Hey, that's
a collector.
I had one. So
There you go, folks. I can't even bring up the car. But anyway, let us know, and I'll tell you what, we'll be right back. Well, welcome back to our Studio B here at Heartland Hotrods.
Studio B.
Yeah, we've got Studio A. Studio A is under construction.
Oh yeah,
It's being prepared, and it's going to be
cool.
super cool. It will be super cool. We're just waiting on a couple finalized items to get finished up.
Yeah, the two
And-
things, Shannon, Crump.
But anyway, we've been talking about our history. We've
Yeah.
been talking about our selection of cars that we regret getting rid of. But in this segment, let's talk about what's popular. Let's talk about what's going on in the industry.
Well, when we go to these cruises and shows, we see a lot of different things. But what I've noticed is when you go to a car show in particular, where there's a couple hundred cars, we went to one that was 300 cars. There is a lot of first-gen Camaros.
A lot of them.
There's a lot of Chevelles.
A lot of Chevelles.
But I'll tell you what shocks me more than anything is the newer Corvettes. There's a lot of newer Corvettes at these shows. Now I've got my opinions about that. They're cool and they're beautiful,
Got to say they are cool.
but they're not necessarily a classic.
No.
And while they're classic in design, I mean, a 2023, 2024 Vet is a purchase show car, and maybe that's the best route to go. But they are popular, guys.
Right. Jim and myself were talking, a little bit earlier, and it's like, would we rather buy, like you're building one up from the ground, the 72s, you're gonna take that sucker down to the frame, bring it all the way up.
But I got an opinion about that. I've built all my own stuff all my life, but I swear I believe it'd be cheaper if you paid someone to do it or buy one finished, buy someone else's.
Somebody else's project.
The only downside to that is not knowing the hidden.
Right, well, that's true, and like, as Jim and I both agree, being that we're neither mechanical geniuses, we would rather buy one that's almost there and put our own touches on it and call it ours.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the fastest, and tell you the truth, it's more affordable anymore.
What have you noticed, Kevin? What do you see that sticks out as far as what's popular?
I also see quite a few of the Corvettes, just like you said. You know what I was really surprised of is the size of the Corvair section at that 300 car show.
Really?
Yeah, they had the Corvair section. They probably had a dozen Corvairs.
But you know, there's a market for all that.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
You know,
there
I
is.
mean, there's clubs, Corvair clubs.
And they were all together, and they were part of a Corvair.
Yeah,
club.
yeah, and you know,
Not
you get
smashing
them,
them.
you get them in groups like that, you know.
And-
But I mean, just a general, you know, if you got one or two guys showing up, and I'll tell you another thing that's real popular is the rat rods.
Big time popular.
But I'll tell you, my most surprising was that one that we went to that had 300. How many different Cobras
Oh yeah,
were there?
Yeah.
You know, and they
Year,
all
model
look,
years, and
yeah, they look. You know, you really, it's hard to really tell which ones are true.
well, and guys, that's why we asked, because I don't know a real one from the replica, the kit.
Absolutely.
but I guarantee you, there's somebody out there in TV land gonna let us know.
But I just know that
And we appreciate it.
I wish I knew what to look for when.
Me too.
absolutely, and I'm just saying that there's no way they could have all been authentic
No,
Cobras.
but you know,
Not that many.
we saw dozens, you know, at these
Yes.
cruises and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're not always the same people.
They're
You
not.
know, but they come out of the woodwork. A lot of blue ones. We saw a couple maroony red ones
Yeah,
this summer. I mean, they're really neat cars.
they are.
It's hard for me to just look at one
And
go,
even the replicas are cool. I mean, let's
Even
just,
the replicas
I mean, when you're looking at a car that's
Yeah.
50, 60 years old,
well, boys, you walk up to a 70 Chevelle SS. Do you know if it's really an SS?
no. How many did we see at that power cruise,
A bunch.
Kevin? Everything we looked at was SS.
You know,
Yes,
you can
Dress them.
you can dress them up.
Any way
know.
you want.
Yeah.
They're your car.
Do what you want with
That's
it, you know.
exactly right.
And in the end, if you're not selling the dang thing
As a
real SS, it doesn't matter.
It don't make a bit of
It really don't matter because they're all cool.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'd grab a satellite, Plymouth satellite,
Oh, I
a
love
70
satellites.
in a heartbeat, and be as happy as if I had a Roadrunner.
You know, my favorite Chevelle was always that 66, 67. But as I've gotten older, I love the 68, 69s. And I've had all these cars now.
Yeah.
I've just
Yeah,
pissed them away,
Well, I'll
for
tell
lack
you.
of a better term. But,
there's a lot of 68, 69, 70 so
you know, the last car I built
out there.
prior to this fiber build was a 72 Chevelle.
And they're
And-
beautiful cars.
Oh, I love that car. And it was a big block LS3 car, beautiful car, silver with black stripes. And maybe some people that know me remembers that car, but I mean, I had a lot of fun with that car. But my problem with any car is I build, and I go, oh man, it's finished. I'm bored. Immediately, I'm bored. I guess my hands have to be in body dust and grease.
I suppose so. Well, we're gonna check that out by the time you get that 72 done.
I'll tell you another thing, guys, that is when we talk about trucks, of course C10s are.
Oh, right, they have been, I think, C10s, the 67 through 72 have kind of had their niche. They're kind of the most popular, except
Yeah,
maybe
square bodies.
Square bodies.
73 to 87.
yeah.
I mean, you've got a generation from 30 to 55 years old that loves those square body Chevy trucks.
And there you hit it again. We're back to the generational.
It's a generational thing. It really is. And I know a lot of guys running those square bodies.
And we're gonna get some film on some for you
Man,
guys.
they're beautiful, but what they've done, and it didn't just happen in our area, there was a lot of those trucks built. Well, now the prices went up so high. You know, we looked at 67 to 72 Chevy pickups.
Yeah, we did.
And we looked at some $9,000-$10,000 trucks that needed a lot of help. And then we'll see a $50,000 67 to 72
Right.
car and we'll go, wow, that guy's nuts. Is he?
Not really.
Maybe not.
Not if he's totally done that thing. It's a brand new truck.
It is.
I mean, a lot of, these are brand new vehicles, so.
And a lot of people are putting the late model engines in them, LS motors.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell you that I'd probably be okay with one, as far as drivability and dependability. But I'm just old school enough to want that dad burn carburetor on there,
Well,
you know.
Yeah.
But mostly because I know how to fix it
Right.
if something fails.
Well, Kev, would you consider a truck instead of a?
Oh, absolutely.
What kind of truck?
Honestly, really honestly, anything of all of them that you mentioned. It just would depend on the truck itself.
You know, something we
Well,
don't.
that's big time.
It is gonna be big time. I'm not mechanically inclined as well, and that's putting it mildly. But, I couldn't take a current approach.
Well, not being mechanically inclined doesn't, you don't lose a desire to want one of those vehicles.
Right,
Just
no.
No,
because,
that's true.
you know,
But I also have to realize that I'm gonna be better off if I purchase one that's mostly finished.
and me as a mechanic and being able to do my own work, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna build one more, but I said this Firebird was gonna be mine.
And you know, Kurt, we looked at a lot of different vehicles, not only C10s, but we looked at a lot of trucks. And some of those early 64s we looked at
Well, you know, people
were
don't,
nice.
that 60 to 66, those trucks are crazy high. You don't see as many of them as you do the 67 to 72s. But, you know, I would love to have a 64, 65, 66. And the reason
Talking
I
about
picked those
Chevy or
years
Ford?
out, Chevy trucks,
Yeah.
is the way the window wraps around on
Oh, I
the
love
60
that.
through
Yeah.
63. That's cool, but the doors have to compensate for that. Whereas 64, 5, and 6, you've
Oh, I
just got that
see.
straight angle door
Right.
where the wing window is. So it's all a matter of taste, what you like or
Right.
don't like. But man, trucks are really, really
Well,
hot right now.
Years ago, when my grandfather left, actually, I ended up with his truck, but I couldn't keep it. It
What was it?
was a 66, wasn't it, Kevin?
It's a
66
66 custom.
custom, Chevy.
One bed,
Old white cab
Yeah,
truck.
oh, it was.
Custom
yeah.
cab.
Yeah, it was his, but,
all chrome.
anyway, I had passed it on, I passed on it because I didn't have the space for it. So Kevin and Dad restored it.
My wife absolutely loved that.
Oh, it was a cool truck.
You know, I'll tell you, you sure,
And I did too, but I mean, she would take that. Now, I believe that would be her number one choice.
Would it?
Be one
you
just-
sure wouldn't have any trouble talking me into driving one of them.
No,
You know, trucks drove pretty dang
Had a
good.
283, 3 on the tree, and you know,
Perfect.
a full bench seat that had been covered up since Grandpa bought that truck.
So the seat was in good shape.
It was in
Yeah.
awesome shape.
You know what us old guys like, and you younger folks that's all about those bucket seats and stuff, you don't know what you're missing, because when we were your age and we were young, we liked that bench seat, in that
Absolutely.
pickup truck. You know why? You could pull that little honey right over there next to you, keep your hand on her leg, pat her leg a little bit, scoot in.
And we're not telling you it had to be a honey, whatever way you roll, that's all right with us, but
No, it
that's
had-
why we did it.
It had to be a honey.
We were affectionately referred to as a two-headed monster.
A honey can't be hairy.
No.
Or you need a back seat, not a bench seat.
Well, you had a bed on those trucks. They came with their own bed.
Yeah, I know. I've slept in a few of them. You know, that's the best thing to do when you can't get home.
That's true.
But man, those old trucks, all those old Chevys, and you know, we're talking about Chevys a lot, but look,
We are.
Ford bump side,
Yeah.
that's 60 to 63 to 66 Ford.
And
I love them trucks.
Yeah.
they had the coolest dash gauge
They did.
of all the trucks. Of
And
all
I'll tell you another thing.
cool.
The 67 to 72 Fords, they call them bump sides because they bow out there where the body trim and stuff goes. But I've got a 72 C10. But if I was going to go out and just purchase a truck done, I would want a 70 Ford Ranger Sport Custom. Two-tone paint,
74?
70, 1970. So that's my favorite year, a Ford truck. And if I was just going to go buy one done, that's what I would want.
So what would be your favorite truck? Let us know that for sure. And
Or a car.
it's been a fun evening. It flew by for us.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it's easy to bullshit when you're a bullshitter.
Yeah, it is, and we've been doing a little of that. But we're going to be back next Monday, And, what do we got coming up on this
Well,
next round?
next Monday, we'll talk about some other topics, and starting next week, we want to get your interaction a little bit more
Yeah.
as an audience, and not that you can't tonight, tell us what you think. We'll get back with you as soon as we can, but we're not set up to do that as we roll live this week. Now, we
No,
may
we're
be in the weeks
Oh,
to come.
yeah, we're fully set up to do it, we just don't have time, because Brother Kevin here.
The hillbilly availability here,
Yeah,
maybe,
he got a call to head down south and put out a fire, and he's gonna.
yeah, and when work calls, duty calls, you got to take care of that stuff. So we appreciate you sticking it out with us here.
And your buddy that's with you, Dan. out there.
Absolutely, yeah.
So when Greg was talking a while ago about Studio B, this being Studio B, because A is where we would like to be, and our good friend Shannon Crump from Crump's Auto Sales and Trailer Sales and Classic Car and Truck Sales
Yeah,
is in Kissimmee, Florida this week, and I think he's going to be there next week. And they're having their Classic Car and Truck auction down there for 2
Yeah.
weeks. So I know he's down there. I think he's already bought one, and it looks good.
so he doesn't know he's gonna be.
He don't know that he may be our special guest next week, but I believe he would be up for it. He can take us all the way to Kissimmee, Florida, and we can check out the classic car auction.
Yeah, our on the spot reporter is gonna give us a location. Right?
Sure, why not?
He's gonna come in and give us a rundown of what
Yeah.
he's been up to.
Well, boys, I look forward to this. We're doing this every week. We're going to try to do it every single Monday. If it works out during the course of the year that we can't do it, we'll pre-record it. It's still going to drop on Monday.
Yeah,
And we'll let you know ahead of time. We're not good enough to fake you out.
no,
Not to believe that
I've
we're
been accused of that before, so.
Yeah.
But
How true, Greg.
I'm telling you. But anyway, we won't, and the show for sure is gonna kind of metamorphose.
Metamorphosize.
Yes.
That's the
what
word.
I'm-
That's the word that
We could
Donna
shorten
Reel
it
used
for-
that in a song.
Yes. And anyway, it will change as we get
As
educated.
we change, yeah. Hey, we're not going to sit on this camera every week claiming to know everything. All we know is what little dab we've learned along
But
the way.
anyway, we hope you come back.
We do, and what we'd like for you to do, Kevin, is having them talk to them about subscribing to our channel and the likes and all that stuff.
Absolutely. On heartlandhotrods.com, you could go by there, visit us. That page is going to be changing dramatically. So there is a lot of changes coming to that. A lot more community minded, let's just put it that way. Also on YouTube, like and subscribe, please share. Those are all things that go a long way to helping us be able to expand the channel and be able to offer more things.
Follow us on Facebook.
We're making a big push for those subscriptions
We are.
in the next 2 months. So, man, get on there and subscribe to our channel. If you like our videos, please hit that like button. Like Kevin said,
Cost you nothing.
it costs $0. It takes less than 2 minutes to
Yeah.
do all that if you're not already subscribed to YouTube.
Right.
If you're not a subscriber, it takes less than 2 minutes to do all that. It's a matter of just clicking a few buttons and you're done.
Doesn't cost you a dime.
And then you can see what crazy old retired guys do.
Well, we have on blue shirts or white shirts or no shirts.
Oh,
We
make
can't,
them
we can't,
topless.
we can't do that topless thing,
Oh.
boys. I gotta lose about 12 pounds. And I'm okay with it. Listen, we really, love our little logo here, and we're all wearing matching shirts tonight, and it's like our employer said, here, wear these.
It is.
We did this by choice, but we are gonna have merch this spring and summer
We are.
with the Heartland Hot Rod stuff on it. We'll have shirts. You can actually pre-order these shirts. We got them in 2 colors, white and blue.
Contests, prizes.
That's right. And Kev, tell them how they can get in contact with us. If you have a vehicle that you want us to film, and you're,
There is a form on the website is one of the things that you can do. You can fill that out. We'll receive it.
Yeah, just tell us what you got.
and the website is www.heartlandhotrods.com.
Why don't you go ahead and add another W to that?
www.
There you go. There you go. That works. That way, I'm bad to jack with everybody and just to overlook me, boys.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm glad I got short arms and you're a foot taller than me.
When I heard
I'll be
Kevin,
all over you.
when I heard Kevin last week when we was doing our little promo, try to say Heartland Hot Rods.
Tongue twister sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes
Anyway,
the old brand don't connect with the mouth.
it don't. Well, let's finish this this show out, and
Appreciate y'all, man.
we'll be back next week.
See you then.
Heartland Hot Rods.